today. From Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New England Patriots taking on the Denver Broncos.
Autumn has come to New England. No place like it on earth this time of year. We are at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Denver Broncos. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway in Foxborough. And this carries into the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Out come the Patriots with their new quarterback for 2020. And he, like their previous quarterback, a former MVP, Cam Newton.
And when he's at the top of his game, you see that big smile. That's when you know everything is clicking. That means he's accurate throwing the football. They can't get him down in the run game, and his team is having a whole lot of fun because when they score a touchdown, some fan's going to get lucky and get the game ball.
Ready? Ready? Check my 47. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Off play action, Newton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. The shotgun snap for Newton. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now the second-year punter, Jake Bailey, on for New England. Denver has Deontay Spencer deep to return. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. So now here are the Broncos for their first drive of the game. And they'll be led out by the nephew of former Super Bowl MVP Mark Rypien from Boise State. This is Brett Rypien.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. The defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
Now Rypien on 1st and 10. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Rippon. He'll fire one downfield for, and this will be caught at the 30. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Give them 32 on the play.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Gordon. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, Rippon. That's going to be caught by Judy. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Gordon. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy there to make the grab. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
It's just me and you. Both seconds to Mike. Watch the pass. Here we go.
From the gun, here's Newton. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the 50, Newton. And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. A lot of storylines to a New England-Denver matchup. So many great games in the past. And worth noting, too, that Cam, of course, has his history with the Broncos as well. He was on the losing end of Super Bowl 50 when his Panthers lost to the Broncos 24-10. Newton able to get this to his running back right. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run with Harris. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3-and-out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
2nd down and goal. Newton. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Edelman was the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Out of the gun, Newton. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Spencer will elect to not bring it out here. It's a touchback. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Looking to throw on first down is Rippon. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw it is Rippon. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun is Rippon. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Gordon on first down. And again the footwork. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 more on that one and another first down.
In the offseason, Melvin Gordon made the move over from the Los Angeles Chargers to the Denver Broncos. He stayed in the AFC West, and now he has a mission to get back to being mentioned as one of the top backs in the league. With a young quarterback, Drew Lock, there, expect him to catch a ton of passes out of the backfield and use his ability in open space to make people miss.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Gordon. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. There with the tackle, Dietrich Wise Jr.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. They run it here with Gordon. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's taken down inside the 30. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
We know Melvin Gordon is very effective getting to the perimeter, but being a former University of Wisconsin Badger means you know how to run the ball inside and with power as well. I also like the fact that he's a weapon in the passing game. Had as many as 58 catches in a season. Throw it to him in space and look out.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. They're going to go play action here with Rippon. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rippon to pass. He'll find Lindsey here. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They will throw on 3rd down with Rippon. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
The kick by McManus is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. On the return, it's Taylor. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Newton and the Patriots with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Escape, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And, whoa, definitely not what you want to see from a man who played only 2 games last year as you get a peek at Cam Newton down injured on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On the draw, it's White. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Yeah, 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. The backup Stidham, his first throw. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here now, a look at Melvin Gordon. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. He'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. This is Gordon. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Rippon, open man, he completes it to Judy. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Nice catch there by the rookie out of Alabama, Jerry Jeudy, and I am fired up to see the chemistry develop between he and Drew Lock, their quarterback. And in addition, Courtland Sutton, their Pro Bowl wide receiver from last year. This might be the best pair of receivers the Broncos have had since Demaryius Bebe Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders. This should be fun for Bronco fans to watch.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Not much there, only a yard.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off play action, it's Rippon. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking for Tim Patrick that time, but it'll be 2nd down.
That sun's going to be a factor all game long. I'm not sure it made a difference on that one, but it's something to think about on all deep throws during this time of year.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Rippon looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for the rookie Jerry Jeudy there, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range, so now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And McManus able to put it through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. New England trying to get a place on offense. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Cam going to bring the Patriots up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Mike Purcell with the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he powers his way up past the 30.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
New England on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Got his man. That's Harry. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down.
And they'll continue to look for more catches like that from N'Keal Harry. He was New England's first pick in the 2019 draft. Had a disappointing rookie season, though. Only 12 catches for 105 yards and just 2 touchdowns. With his talent and his potential, this team needs him to step up.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Newton. He'll find his tight end here, Asiasi. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A shotgun snap for Newton. Incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time, and it's 3rd and short.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
New England on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He's going to have the hook up to Izzo. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Come on now! I'm trying to understand. I just can't. I'm trying to understand.
They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They'll run. Here's Harris. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, Newton. Catch is made by Harry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Newton on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Harris. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They're going for it. This is Harris. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it, 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try the air now with Newton. There's a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass, and the Patriots are back within a score. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Melvin Gordon leading Denver's offense back out. And he's made it easy for us to put together a highlight package. Just wondering what he ate before this one started.
Let's include that in the package, right? Get the gourmet out here, figure it all out, and you're guaranteed he'll do that going forward as well, because with a game like this, you don't want to change things too much. Oh, yeah, you also want to continue to get that great blocking he's received today, too.
Yeah, kudos to the guys up front indeed. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. So that'll back them up 5. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now Rippon. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Patriots have it.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Harris. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriots score. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Patriots have taken the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Now Folk for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. To return it, here's Deontay Spencer. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now this throw caught left side. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try and run for it with Lindsay. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They needed a yard. They got it. 1st down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now Rippon on 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by the rookie Kyle Duggar. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
On for the extra point is Folk. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here now a look at Melvin Gordon. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. He's got this complete to Hamilton. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's second and a yard. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. That's going to be caught by Judy. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Rippon on 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete to Judy. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw again is Rippon. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lindsey. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Broncos have cut it to within a score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. McManus now for the extra point. And the lead is down to 4. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A final shot before the break. Newton. He'll drop it underneath to White. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome everybody to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Back and forth, we went in that first half. This has certainly been an entertaining one to watch thus far. So let's get right back out to it as we'll rejoin our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Spencer will elect to not bring it out here. It's a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made by Adrian Phillips. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Ripping to pass. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He's got his tight end fan. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Noah Fant was a first-round pick in 2019, and he was picked because of his receiving skills. Had 40 catches in his rookie season for 562 yards. Did have 2 games where he topped 100 yards in each of those. Yes, he's still developing as a blocker, but that's not why he went in the first round. He went there for his ability to make big plays down the field.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Gordon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, Rippon. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Devin McCourty brings him down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Looking to throw on first down is Rippon. This is the tight end Fant. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Out of the gun is Rippon. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line.
I know a lot of Denver fans are really excited about the possibilities for Courtland Sutton now that Drew Lock is entrenched as their starting quarterback. Remember, last season, the last 5 games with Lock as the guy in charge, the team went 4-1. I think they'll only get better and better. As for the season, Courtland Sutton had 1,112 yards and 6 touchdowns with 3 different quarterbacks. Just put the ball in his vicinity, and he'll make a play.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Melvin Gordon taking it in, and the Broncos have retaken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run coming from Melvin Gordon. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. Newton and the Patriots with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They start the drive with White. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, Newton. And this is going to be incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Melvin Gordon leading Denver's offense back out. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals. Just something magical about breaking that barrier.
He's right there on the doorstep now. To throw it is Rippon. He'll get this one to Patrick. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rippon. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They're going to go play action here with Rippon. That one into the hands of Hamilton. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On second down and 4. Rippon. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now Gordon on first down. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, staying ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They'll run on first down. Gordon. He will push his way down to about the 14. He was brought down by Brandon Copeland.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. This is Gordon as they go to him again. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. Here's Rippon. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This one from 35 yards away. The kick by McManus is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
Cam going to bring the Patriots up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start on the ground with Harris, and he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On 2nd down and 4, Newton. It's grabbed over the middle by White. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter.
Watch a slap, watch a slap, watch a slap. 45.
On 1st down, Newton. Throw caught here by Bird. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. A shotgun snap for Newton. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Throwing again is Newton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On 1st down, it's Newton. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. To the air again, Newton. The quick slant caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. They'll try and run with Harris. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
That was a huge play on 3rd down. So now what? Do you go for it? Do you trust your offense? Or do you want to put on your defense to try and get the ball back? Me? I'm going for it right here.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They run for it with Harris. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Bronco defense comes up big. So the Broncos coming out now. This now a chance at the very least to burn some clock following that 4th down stop. Points would be ideal, as they certainly wouldn't mind some breathing room. Now a first carry for their fullback. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
But you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there, almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This will be 3rd and 6. Now rip it. They'll find Lindsey here. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And taken right on the 30. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Patriots take over. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Newton and the Patriots with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And there's a catch there by Julian Edelman, and I know the conversation is very big on how much will he miss Tom Brady. But Edelman's one of the top slot receivers in the league and an uber competitor. He's going to miss his friend, but he wants to show the rest of the league that his skills transfer no matter who's throwing him the football.
On the draw, it's White. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down and 4, Newton. He's going to have the hook up to Izzo. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Here's Newton. This is White on the screen. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. New England on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 19. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a first down.
They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll run again with Harris. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Harris. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Damian Harris, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots can take the lead with the extra point. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Now Folk for the extra point. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So the Broncos now down 31-30, and time a huge factor. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Rippon on 1st and 10. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
That gets them the 1st down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. He'll look to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all three timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Now a first down carry for Harris. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On third down, here's Harris. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown puts them up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a one-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. On for the extra point is Folk. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Well, throws like that, especially where we sit in the fourth quarter, he's got to be careful.
Yeah, and you know one of my faults is that I often view this game through a defensive back's eyes. And in this situation, your team's losing, it's late, tighter coverage, take a chance and go and try and step in front of one of those and make a big play. So if you're the quarterback, that should be in your head. This is their time to take a gamble.
Back to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie Kyle Duggar. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the two-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
The Patriots ready to try again on offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. And this one going to wrap up with Cam Newton going down to a knee.
Here we go.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.